This doesn't just happen by itself, extraordinary entertainment. It takes meticulous, impeccable planning. I learned this in one of my early singing groups when I was in college from our director, who was a master of performance design. And he explained to us his concept of the peaks and the valleys. You lift the audience to this emotional peak, and then you bring them down again, and you let them sort of gather themselves for a few minutes. And then we start going back up again. We reach another crescendo, and then back down again, and then back up, and then back down, the peaks and the valleys. We're tempted to say, why not just do our greatest hits every time? Why not just do a show which is all crescendos, all emotional peaks? We can't appreciate the peak unless there's a valley, unless there's this movement, this emotional up and down, and the up and down of the dynamics. We can't do all these loud anthems that have everyone up clapping their hands and rocking. We need to pull back and have some quiet moments. It doesn't mean that they are inferior moments by any means. These quieter songs, these quieter moments in the drama where you're whispering, you're not shouting. But in the whispering, there's an intimacy, there's an intensity, there's a passion. Sometimes the most passionate expressions, you don't shout from a mountaintop. Sometimes you're just in the quiet chamber with your lover, just whispering. So from the whisper to the shout, we have the full range. When I'm designing a set, I'm just going to choose some songs that feel good. I had 6 songs that I chose that seemed at the outset not to have any common thread, but when I step back and look at these 6 songs, the magic is letting this pattern emerge and make itself evident to me, not imposing it with my own rational mind, but I let these 6 songs speak to me and say, oh, here's something we all have in common that until then I had not been aware of. And it's magical. Once I'm aware of this thread, I can then, in a more conscious way, sort of weave these songs together to create a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end. To create a drama that will please the source, that will nourish the source and will nourish the community as well. I think of that wonderful movie, A Beautiful Mind, with the math genius John Nash, when he took his beloved out in the starry sky, under the starry sky. And to her, she just saw a bunch of stars, a random collection of stars. But he had these shaman eyes. He could see the pattern. He could see this constellation and this constellation, and the constellations that sailors and navigators and people have been seeing in the skies since the beginning. And he also, since he was a master shaman, he could see other patterns. He could ask her, what do you want to see up there? I think she said an umbrella or something, whatever she said. He could see, with his shaman eyes, he could look up there and say, here, there's the umbrella. See it? There it is. There's the handle. So these are the shaman eyes that we use when we are looking for a motif, a pattern, a theme in our set, and when we are looking for a pattern in our lives, which may seem to be just a random series of events that we're not the masters of. But if we use our shaman eyes, some people do it through meditation or yoga or prayer, through writing a journal or whatever your preferred mode of seeing is, you can see that your life makes sense. There's a pattern there. There's a story that you're living. And once you become more aware of the theme, the story, the drama that your life is, you can start managing it more deliberately, more consciously, get more peak experiences and peak performances out of it.